Minister Raila Odinga has lost the African Union Commission chairperson race in an election held on Saturday in Addis Ababa. Djibouti's Foreign Affairs Minister Mahmoud Ali Youssouf won the race after getting the requisite 33 votes in the 7th round of voting. Let's bring in our senior political affairs reporter Duncan Hayamba live for us from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He has been keeping an eye on the election process since morning. Hayamba, good to see you this evening. A very unexpected outcome on the election for Kenyans and the country that mounted a very heavy campaign for Raila Odinga. What is happening now in the midst of the outcome of this election?
Michelle, I'm not sure whether it is very unexpected, because in a contest, some say that when you get into a contest, there are only two results. Either you win or you lose. But I agree with you, concur with you that yes, to many perhaps it was a shocker, given the backing that Raila Odinga has been receiving, the kind of campaign he's been leading. You remember that former president of Nigeria, General retired Olusegun Obasanjo, has personally been leading this campaign after he announced Raila's intention when he was an aspirant, before eventually Kenya confirmed that Raila is the candidate that will be contesting for the AUC position. Then President William Ruto turning up again as the chief campaigner for Raila Odinga, and the campaign that they have led. He has hopped with Raila Odinga from one country to the other, carrying with him along in all the engagements he has had just to sell his candidacy. But as they say, whatever will be will always be, and yes, it is that moment again, a defining moment. Not so sure that it is a moment that you can say crestfallen, because Raila Odinga has a way, he takes everything in stride, and even from what he confirmed earlier, whatever he spoke earlier in his concession speech, it tells that this is a leader. He's kind of a person who is always ready for any kind of eventuality. But before we get into that, some dynamics that are played out. Of course, it has been said that this election was supposed to go at most 3 rounds. If no winner is gotten, then there will be the suspension of the same. However, before they started voting, there was that adoption of some engagement closed door. But I think maybe from the fear that there was no outright winner, they decided that they will have to vote until cows come home, when the winner will be identified. And that is the reason why they went up to the 7th round. Just to confirm one bit is that contrary to what some were saying, that Raila has withdrawn from the race, that is not the case. Rules of the game dictate that after several rounds, candidates will be automatically expected to exit the race or knocked off by the rules of the game. That is why Madagascar's, after the 3rd round, he had to leave the race. Then it remained a 2-horse race, or a 2-man battle. That is Raila Odinga and Mahmoud Ali Youssouf of Djibouti. Then they also squared in the 4th round, 5th round, and the 6th round. None managed to get the requisite or the threshold of 33, which was what was required out of the 49 votes. Now, because of the rules, when Raila entered the 6th round, and none of them managed to get the 33, which is the 2/3, then the rules dictated that Raila has to step aside. Then Mahmoud Ali Youssouf proceeds to the final to the 7th round. But because he was the only candidate, the required threshold is 33. Now we are told that when the presidents or the voters got underway to do the voting, when the counting reached 33, that is why they stopped, because that was the required threshold, and that is why the result says 33. Many were asking how possible was it that exactly 33 votes, then if there were abstentions, why were they not indicated? But we have been told that because the required threshold was 33, so when the counting reached 33, they knew that the required figure or number or digit has been attained, and that is when a declaration was made. There was no point of continuing to count other votes, because whichever the case, nothing was going to change. So that is what we wanted. But a quick look at the turns, the twists or the turns in this particular vote, maybe it leads us into looking at what exactly happened. Of course, Kenya has suffered the same fate like in 2017 when Ambassador Amina Mohamed squared it out with the immediate former AUC chairperson Musa Faki from Chad. They also went to until the 6th round, then Amina Mohamed. The same rules that have knocked Raila out, knocked Amina out. Then Musa Faki had to proceed solo in the 7th round. Now, in the first round of 2020, in 2017, is that in the first round, while the candidates, we had Kenya, Senegal, Chad, Botswana, Equatorial Guinea. But from the third round, the fourth round, it was Kenya and Chad. That was Musa Faki and Ambassador Amina Mohamed. Well, Musa Faki in the fourth round got 25. Amina won by getting 26. Then the fifth round, Musa Faki got 26. Amina won again. She got 27. So Amina Mohamed, then the sixth round, Amina now lost because it was the 6th round that Musa Faki gained ground, getting 28 against 25. Now, when he proceeded to the 7th round, like what happened today, he got the 38 votes. So it is not anything different from what happened in 2017, but again, Kenya losing. Many are saying that perhaps Kenya needs to have an introspection or to look, maybe one, who are the friends, maybe look at the foreign policy, maybe look at other factors and why is it that they are not faring on well. But again, then that one could be far-fetched because the region, the continent has 5 regions. Then now it is rotational and each region has to be represented. For Raila Odinga losing, you could, I can perhaps speculate 2 things. The 4 commissioners that have already been elected, they are Anglophones. They are Anglophones, English speaking, because South Africa got a commissioner, Eswatini got a commissioner, Ghana got a commissioner, Nigeria got a commissioner. Now there are 2 more. Then the deputy chair and then the chair. The deputy commissioner, because it's a preserve of the northern region, definitely that will be Arabic. So if Anglophones and Arabic have gotten, then it means they are, by all means, the Francophones who are going to push through and make sure that they do have their representation. That is what I can be able to speculate at this particular juncture. So when the Anglophones won the 4 commission positions, it is as good as concluding that Kenya's goose was cooked. But that is just on the side. Maybe as days go by, we'll be able to tell what exactly happened. But Raila has put up a spirited fight because to push the caliber, looking at the age and him accepting to throw his heart into the ring, when you compare with the younger competitors, then he has really tried his best because he is one person that you could say he was representing the old age or the leaders whose age has advanced, because he's 80 and these other ones appeared youthful, young and all that. So in terms of the divide, it was as clear as day and night, and many are saying that he has really put up a spirited fight. Many were expecting that this contest will be won in first or the second round, whether it is Odinga or Mahmoud, but them pushing until the 6th round, it shows just how tight this one was. For more, I think we'll be getting to know what has been happening. I think on behalf of my colleague, we had Justus Ocheng from the Daily Nation, Nelly Gadhumbi here with me, the camera lady behind the camera, and myself, Duncan Haimba. I think it is a wrap from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, where the media of Africa for Africa has been present since Wednesday when we arrived, and we've been giving you blow-by-blow account on events that they do happen. But as a sign-off from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, let me leave you with Raila Odinga's concession speech immediately after the election, because he's the only leader that has addressed the media. This is what Raila said. It is bye-bye from me here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
I've spent the last few months running around our continent, talking to leadership, and basically marketing my policies for this organization. I have had a very useful experience in our continent. And I say that Africa has a great potential. Africa needs to move forward. We had great plans, but as it were, the elections has been done today, and we did not succeed. Members expressed their democratic rights and voted for Mr. Youssouf. So I'm saying I accept the outcome of the vote and congratulate Mr. Youssouf for his victory today and wish him well in steering this movement forward. We want this organization of the African Union to be strong, to merge and be able to serve the people of Africa effectively.
Well, that is